Testing. Is this working? All right. Okay, everyone. Let me see if I can. Hello, everyone. My name is Wade the Wallaby, and apparently, as you can see, I am going to tell you some things about telling you things about. I know there's some background noise, but we'll ignore that for a bit. I'm putting it up to maximum because I'm just too lazy just to do it right now. So bear with me. The noises like you hear are from outside. All right. So okay. So tell me. All right. As I was saying about uh um turn that down just a little bit, maybe. There we go. So apparently put that down. So let's see if I can still hear myself without any thinking about it. Okay, so for either ado, I'll make sure I can hear myself okay. It says it's on here, so we should be alright. So as I'm playing Orba right now, my dad's gonna be coming home tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but it should be at least someday. Yeah. So as that, I was trying to look up some two movies that obviously they were so long ago and I can't forget the name, and there's so many that are familiar, and it's impossible to see it like in a picture from it. I tried, so for so many years from 2004 or five, I still can't find it right now. There are two of them. One of them is like a journey to the center of the earth, and the second one is earthquake and I only thing I saw in the beginning was this boy got crushed by bricks, and then there was I remember that there was a subway, and they all collided in the subway and the earthquake, and then of course and that's all I know. And then of course later on they a big giant hole, and this was covered up. The reason why I liked it is because it was so, it was so vast of everything. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, and of course the one that I'm talking about with Journey to there, I'm not sure what it's actually called. Both of them I don't know because I keep on searching, and I'm probably not good at that. So let's go get Shuttle A, and no, I mean maybe not on Shuttle A, maybe Dragonfly. Why not? Be ridiculous. Oh, no. We can spawn it in, right? Yeah, we can spawn it in. Okay, so we're gonna go Delta Crater and. All right. So my dad's gonna come home and he's gonna fix everything up. But if he doesn't fix anything up, I'm gonna be very angry because this is important. This is the only opportunity that we get to basically go play with our thing. And if he's not successful of using his password for the past months, game over for all my games that don't use Steam. That's just bad, absolutely bad. Three's Shuttle A, even though it's a cargo thing, I am gonna do it. Let's go to the moon. Lunch. For some reason, it's because I tried to use the low resolution, but it kept on crashing Orbiter, which was very weird. So now they're just black spots on the side. But hey, it works. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. Why is that still on? I don't know. So we're playing Orbiter right now. You can't see it, but that you get to see it in the future. So I'm going to be setting up the coordinates, and as I'm talking, probably mess up. Orbiter is basically just a high advanced. I still don't know how to put mods and add-ons and stuff. My dad will probably do that because he's a genius and he knows much more better than me. I feel like I'm in the capsule with this thing, the idle sound. Maybe you can hear it. It feels like it. Well, yeah. You probably need some idle sounds for me, so I'm gonna turn it up all the way up so you guys can hear. Put to my yeah. Well, if you notice that this right here is actually disappearing, if you can't see it, but I'm obviously playing Orbit. I don't want to get out of Orbiter, or else it would just mess up the terrain. So yeah, we're using Shuttle A with the cargo, with the scenario, with the if you know what oh dear, yeah, my joystick. I have to kind of leaves a little bit. So I got my joystick right here, so it's helps a lot. So yeah, we're gonna have to get in here and do reset. Let's do. I guess we could just go to Uranus, but I doubt it. It's just too far away, and I might, Orbiter might lose itself because I'm always trying. And I mean, it's just kind of. But I'll try. But I probably don't have enough fuel because I'm having a bunch of cargo in the back. But I'll just put the I should say let's see. I should at least put I need to turn it down. I really don't sound good. There we go. A little bit down. There we go. That's much more better. So yeah, so let's do all right. So we need to use okay, SEL orbit, and we have an orbit right here, which we need. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know how to control that stuff. It's kind of cool now, ball right here, but yeah, all you could do is just do this, and like it literally does that stuff. I don't know what this thing does. Okay, I'll just reset it, and then I'm using from. Let's do target, and then we're gonna do from target. Maybe target. Yeah, we're gonna do from because that's what allow it to. Yeah, there we go. To there, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go target. I'm gonna target source of body. Now Vesta. I don't know why Vesta isn't here, but hey, I wish there was Cirrus in here. That would fill up the gap. Yeah, that would definitely fill up that gap. Okay, so yeah, my dad's gonna be in. So those two movies, I really don't know. I'm just having fun. You're not having fun, I should say. That's just kind of it's jealous, but we'll get close to that. If I'm quiet, never mind. Okay, Uranus. I have no idea why I'm going Uranus, but for some reason, this game Uranus has more moons because, of course, there could be more moons, but they're probably extremely tiny, and you don't want tiny moons, especially in orbit, because it would probably be impossible to land. It could be possible, but with heavy payload because you'll be heavy. But I'm gonna have to cheat, even though that it's no way whatsoever. I have tried to jump to moon at Uranus. Didn't go as well. And the moons over there are kind of boring, but hey, it's just a boring place. Maybe there could be another mod that can go to Pluck or Puck or whatever it's called. Let's go to, I think Trendula is the largest. We're gonna probably go to. We probably go to Neptune. I mean, Neptune is. Neptune. Yeah, the orbits there are crazy. So Uranus is pretty easy if you want to get to moon in the same ring without any adjustments. Unless you're expert, you'll use a lot more fuel. Because remember that Triton, which is at Neptune, is the largest one of them, has an atmosphere which is very thin. But it's not as thin as Pluto. Over there is you got because the that moon is orbiting opposite way. So if you're going from, I should say, Proteus, or Nereid. Nereid is very far away. I think it's extremely far away, and the orbit is. I think it's like around here. I think it is, but it's so far away. You can barely see Neptune. That's how far it is. It seems like it's just the last bit. But yeah, there's only 3 moons in the stock game of 2016. And if you go to Uranus, they are Mondera, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, I'm probably saying these wrong, and Obion, I'm probably saying that wrong too. Miranda or Mondera, I call it Mondera or Miranda. Yeah. Ariel is pretty easy. Umbriel. See, sometimes I when it gets too far, I know the moons of, like, for example, Enceladus, and you go to, like, there are so many moons of Saturn because Cassini went there, and there are more with pictures of, because there were small moons. I should say poor pictures of small moons. If you go to Saturn, there's not much pictures of small moons. There's not like for example, if you go to Saturn and you look at Pan and Atlas, they're pretty good resolution compared to the ones from Jupiter. And even though that Jupiter looks like it doesn't have enough ones, even though that there's a lot, there's not a lot that have pictures or even just high resolution. There's not like a dot that's moving the sky, using not a probe that's out there, or possibly some other probe that I'm probably going to make, which is probably going to look orbiting around every single one of them. So yeah, I guess we could just do a simulate like that. But hey, every single moon. But obviously, since Orbiter 2016 has a few moons, Phobos and Deimos, actually landed the poles. And the poles are much more better because, and I actually controlled the ISS, or Project Alpha, made it level, put some fuel into it, because you can actually put some RCS fuel and you control it. So yeah, I was able to make it go up and down with my numpad here, because with up and down and stuff, sort of like that, but I did use my joystick. Mostly I use my joystick and other purposes. I can use it, but for some reason I can't do forward or backwards for translation. If you don't know what translation means, it means from here, 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 here. Rotation is this, and this. That's rotation. So basically, translations make sure that you're like this. Make sure that you're like this level, so when you're docking, you can do this and that. You could just focus on the rotation. Basically, you rotate anywhere, which is what I'm doing right now. But you cannot move forward or backwards. It will not change where your position at. Your orbit will change, but if you have a right amount, but eventually, if you have more time, it will change direction. So you might as well need to dock before orbit mechanics will change, because you want the slightest bit of maneuvers could put you in orbit, but you probably will never recognize that your orbit once it gets dark. Yeah. Or you could just have your orbit that's literally like right next to it. Maybe that will make it like, we look like you're orbiting. But eventually, because you could be at the same path, but eventually, if you're any farther away, you eventually will go slower or faster. Like if you get closer to Earth or any trust of body, you'll go faster, because that's how orbit mechanics works. Too close will cause, if there's any mountain ranges, will cause you to into them. That was loud. And when you impact it in orbiter, it doesn't do well. I don't have enough add-ons to like all that stuff. All it does is just like hits the ground or go to infinity or something crazy, or just bounce up and down. The space shuttle is like concrete on the wheels. When you hit the ground, there's no suspension, no whatsoever, unless if it makes it more realistic. But no, I know airplanes, I know space planes, I know there has to be suspension. It seems like the space shuttle has no space suspension, and I almost got like bunk. I actually was in the scenario, and I was trying to, but still, I barely wanted to. I got one good try when I almost overshot the runway. Most of the time I did. Sometimes I got too low velocity, but I was going to try to do it manually. But it even tells you what to do. But hey, I'm trying to do something that no man would never do. So yeah, I did one that was kind of successful, even though that I used some of the main engines, which you don't use in the real life world. But hey, the space shuttle is not a thing anymore. The wearable space plane, of course, but that won't be in development in 2030, or at least in the near future. The deadline will possibly be in 2021, or at least 2100. That's long way. But even though it seems long way, but remember, if you were born in 1950, or at least first no, if you were born in 1962, my mom, if you're like this year, my mom would have been older. So think about that. That's how many years would it take, and you still would be alive. I was born in 2001, and I'll be 99 in the year 2100. So possibly there could be, oh dear, I should say, all sorts of things to keep you alive longer. We've probably been on the moon already because, yeah, and Jeff Bezos would have been long dead. He's the manager. I don't know. He looked young. So I'm just saying. I mean, anybody that's possibly 20 or at least could make it, but they'll be like really old. But if they're like 30, yeah, most likely they'll be probably, if they're male, they'll most likely will die, because usually the men will die first and then the women. But if you look at gravestones, I mean, just don't want to do that, but you notice that if you look at the dates, they will show that all of them usually is the female, or no, it's always the female that's living longer. I forgot how you can actually tell what it is. I don't know. I mean, you probably would figure it out already if you probably had somebody that died, which most a lot of people do. Like, it was somewhere different. Now, as I was going from Saturn to Jupiter, and Jupiter only has 4 major moons. These are basically major moons that are on here. Neptune only has 3, but there's actually more small moons, and probably still counting. But let's see. All right. I think Uranus would be a good shot because it's closer. So we're going to have to go to Uranus first. So we're going to target Uranus first. That's how we get there. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably, this is going to be a long way. If I would have had the air freighter, or no, the air freighter, I would have probably went there with more fuel to spare, or any other large craft, and have room to spare, like a big mothership, or 2001 Space Odyssey stuff. That would have worked. This thing, oh my god, this thing is small, even though it's big, but yeah, this is not for it. This basically is it just a cargo transfer, but hey, we can refuel ourselves, and so let's start turning our engines. Okay, seems to be good. Okay, we get this target on this MFD here. Never mind, that's reference. Where should we go? Where should we go? Mandera, or okay, we're going to Uranus, so let's go to one that's probably bigger. So we're gonna go to Chandula or something like that. So we're gonna reference Chandula, and then of course we're going to set. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, press 0. Okay, let's gear up. And L for level. We're rising up to the skies, or on the moon, of course, but there's no skies, or reaching up at least to where the point is. All right, so I'm actually going to go back to this type of, we could take a look outside. I could show you what you're seeing here. Okay, give you a glimpse. Whoops. My boat. Oh no. turn off level. We have enough hover, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn these rockets to forward, and that's going to program it. It's going to rotate it. We're going to press A for autopilot to make sure we stay at the level. And we're going to warp time a little bit and level. Make sure that that's level. And those should kick on right now. There we go. Okay, they're kicked on now. And then we should be at least leveled up to the point. Turn off autopilot, put full hover, full mains, and full auxiliary power. So it means we're pitch up, hover off. Pitch up just a little bit. Okay, we're going to turn off our auxiliary. Switch the auxiliary to retro. Kill rotation. Okay, our orbit is okay. Okay, turn off mains. Okay, then we warp time to, okay, we're going to do orbit, prograde. All right, turn off warp, and then full throttle. All right, give you guys a good glimpse. Well, that sound good. I have to turn off my mains because there's a problem. Or I can pause it. I forgot to pause it. Oh, good lord. That's why he's got me. It says fly safe. He means it's. Ooh. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I can't show you. Okay, we have an orbit around of the moon. All right. Good. We could take a look. All right. F5 to rotation. Full throttle on mains. All right, we are escaping the moon. Take a look outside, or at least, admiring the view in the cockpit. The cockpit's really low resolution, but hey, what are you gonna do? All right, so all right. Feels good. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it here, guys, because this. Okay, we're gonna take a ride to the far side. So I see you guys in the next live stream, even though we haven't made it yet. So see you guys later. Au revoir.